One of the biggest signs to know that God has you in transition and He's shifting your life into a new chapter is that you will start losing grace for the places that you are in. This means that you are outgrowing the job, you're outgrowing the friends, you're outgrowing that relationship, you're outgrowing that school, you are outgrowing this neighborhood. You are starting to lose patience and become irritated by everything around you. This is how you know that you're slowly losing grace on this level, because God is shifting you into a new dimension. Come on now. I remember when it was my turn to go through transitioning. And when I tell you, it was one of the most frustrating things that I have ever experienced, because nowhere you sit is comfortable. Nobody you hang around is fulfilling, because you're outgrowing this environment. You're outgrowing this chapter in your life. And I come to tell you, if you are feeling frustrated and you feel yourself losing the grace, I want to remind you of something that God gave me. You are not stuck here. You are not forced here. You are simply just passing through. This is just a part of your life, a chapter in your life that you simply are passing through. Because I know that when we are losing grace on this level right here, in this chapter, we start to feel like we're stuck. We starting to feel like God is forcing us here and we're going to stay here forever. I remember those days just sitting on a job, praying and asking God, please open a new door for me, because I cannot take it here any longer. And I remember just spending my days working, just praying to get out of this environment, because I was outgrowing. I was outgrowing everything around me. Come on now. Are you outgrowing your environment? Are you outgrowing these people? Are you outgrowing this neighborhood? Come on now. Everything is becoming so frustrating. But God wants you to know that you are not stuck here and you're not forced here. You're just simply passing through. See, it is important to know this, because if we felt like we were stuck here and that we were never going to get to another phase in our life, we will give up on what's to come. Come on now. Every area that God planned us in, it is only temporary for us to learn and to grow. And once we learn what we needed to learn on this level, then we'll move to the next level. Then we'll go to the next chapter. You are starting to outgrow it because you have already learned what you needed to learn in this chapter of your life, in this phase of your life. So the transitioning is happening. Listen, another sign that God is transitioning you is that in this environment or in these connections, you will start to be reminded that you don't belong here. I remember when I was on my old job, I used to get so many people come in my job and say, what are you doing working here? What are you doing here? You don't belong here. You look like you're supposed to be doing something else. And when I tell you, it was so frustrating, because you know that. You already know that. But it gets frustrating when people start to remind you. It's like, don't remind me, because I know I'm just passing through. Come on now. You just passing through. Even the connections of friends, people will tell you, what you doing hanging out with them? You different. Something about you different from them. You will know when time is up, because people around you, people you don't even know, they'll start to tell you. You see what I'm saying? You will know when that transitioning is happening. You will know when you're losing the grace. Come on now. And I'm just telling you, don't give up in the middle of it. Don't give up in the middle of it, because you're not stuck here. And I know you feel like you're stuck. And I know it feels like God is taking forever. Trust me, I've been there. And the worst feeling of this all is feeling uncomfortable and feeling trapped and feeling like you have nowhere to go to get some type of relief. That transitioning, that pressure of transitioning is real. But do not give up, because God has more for you on the other side. There is more light for you. God is changing your story. You're going into a new chapter. This is called transitioning. Hold on. Catch them diamonds.